Now you are watching Mind Gig.
Almost every single day we eat fruit produced from plants that carry lethal poisons. Most of us think that eating fruit can be nothing but healthy, but there are hidden dangers in many common foods. Poisons that make you sick, paralyze and even kill you lurk behind some of our favorites. Most of the time we don't need to be concerned, but occasionally people accidentally kill themselves by unwittingly eating the wrong part of a plant or a wrong fruit altogether. In order to ensure that this never happens to you, I have put together a list of the 10 poisonous fruit you have to be careful dealing with.
Almonds, a dry fruit. It is not a nut as many people would have you believe. It has a unique taste, and its excellent suitability for use in cooking have made it one of the most popular ingredients in pastry kitchens for centuries. The most flavorsome almonds are bitter almonds, as opposed to sweet almonds. They have the strongest scent and are the most popular in many countries. But there is one problem: they are full of cyanide. Before consumption, bitter almonds must be processed to remove the poison. Despite this requirement, some countries make the sale of bitter almonds illegal. New Zealand regretfully is one of them. As an alternative, you can use the pip from an apricot stone, which has a similar flavor and poison content. Heating destroys the poison. In fact, you may not know that it is now illegal in the USA to sell raw almonds. All almonds sold are now heat treated to remove traces of poison and bacteria. Though really seeds and not nuts, cashews grow inside of a shell-like structure that grows on a fruit. When buying raw cashews in the store, take note that these nuts have actually been steamed and are not entirely raw. This is because raw cashews contain urushiol, which is the same chemical that you'd find in poison ivy. It can cause the body to have a very similar reaction to one experienced from poison oak or ivy. If a high level of urushiol is ingested, it can be deadly. Cashew poisoning is rare, but those who handle them in order to manufacture them to get the shell off sometimes experience the side effects. Cherries are definitely one of the most versatile fruits. You can eat them raw, cook them, bake them, and get them tart or sweet. Cherries can even be used in certain types of liquor. Despite their overall red goodness, cherries are toxic. If you've ever eaten a cherry and without thought chewed on the pip or left it in your mouth, you more than likely introduced hydrogen cyanide into your body. If a cherry pip is chewed, crushed, or somehow damaged, it automatically produces hydrogen cyanide. Symptoms of mild poisoning include headache, dizziness, confusion, anxiety, and vomiting. Larger doses can lead to difficulty breathing, increased blood pressure and heart rate, and kidney failure. Reactions can include coma, convulsions, and death from respiratory arrest. Asparagus is a vegetable that gives fruit. Yes, a vegetable that gives fruit, a poisonous one. Didn't get it? Well, because by definition vegetable usually means an edible plant or part of a plant other than a sweet fruit or seed. This typically means the leaf, stem, or root of a plant. So the veg part is not poisonous and is eaten, but the fruit is. Asparagus has been used from early times as a vegetable and medicine, owing to its delicate flavor and diuretic properties. The fruit is a small red berry 6-10 mm diameter, which is poisonous to humans. It was once classified in the lily family, like the related allium species, onions, and garlic. However, genetic research places lilies, allium, and asparagus in 3 separate families: the Liliaceae, Amaryllidaceae, and Asparagaceae, respectively, with the Amaryllidaceae and Asparagaceae being grouped together in the order Asparagales. Sources differ as to the native range of Asparagus officinalis, but generally include most of Europe and western temperate Asia. It is widely cultivated as a vegetable crop. First off, a little interesting trivia: in the US, thanks to a US Supreme Court decision in 1893, tomatoes are vegetables. In the rest of the world they are considered to be fruit, or more accurately, a berry. The reason for this decision was a tax on vegetables but not fruit. You may also be interested to know that technically, a tomato is an ovary. The leaves and stems of the tomato plant contain a chemical called glycoalkaloid which causes extreme nervousness and stomach upsets. Despite this, they can be used in cooking to enhance flavor, but they must be removed before eating. Cooking in this way does not allow enough poison to seep out but can make a huge difference in taste. Finally, to enhance the flavor of tomatoes, sprinkle a little sugar on them. Now we just need to work out whether they are tomatoes or tomatoes. Apricots might not be toxic themselves, but if you ingest the seeds along, in larger doses, they are. Seeds or kernels of the apricot grown in Central Asia and around the Mediterranean are so sweet that they may be substituted for almonds. The Italian liqueur amaretto and amaretti biscotti are flavored with extract of apricot kernels as well as almonds. Oil pressed from these cultivars has been used as cooking oil. Apricot kernels can sometimes be strong-tasting and bitter. They feature in recipes for apricot jam, and Italian amaretto cookies and liqueur. Taken in excess, they may produce symptoms of cyanide poisoning, including nausea, fever, rash, headaches, insomnia, increased thirst, weakness, lethargy, nervousness, various aches and pains in joints and muscles, a drop in blood pressure. It is known for containing amygdalin, a toxic cyanogenic glycoside. Jatropha is a drought-resistant perennial shrub or small tree that produces seeds up to 35 years but can live up to 50 years. Jatropha grows fast with little or no maintenance and reaches the average height of about 3 meters, but it can grow up to 8 meters. Since the Jatropha plant's average height is about 3 meters, harvesting is easy and the plant can be grown practically anywhere, ordinary soil, sandy, gravelly or rocky soil, and adapts easily to different climates. Jatropha is resistant to droughts. It can stand up to 2 years without rainfall. The tree also has a short gestation period. It will bear several fruits starting at about 6 months old and be fully fruit-bearing between 1 to 2 years. The sufferers will be mostly then in areas affected by drought. The seeds of this genus are also a source of the highly poisonous toxylbumin curcin. Despite this, the seeds are occasionally eaten after roasting, which reduces some of the toxicity. Its sap is a skin irritant, and ingesting as few as 3 untreated seeds can be fatal to humans. It is a deciduous shrub growing to 1.5 m tall. It is very poisonous for people, though fruit-eating birds like thrushes are immune and eat them, dispersing the seeds in their droppings. Daphne mesoreum is very toxic because of the daphne toxin present especially in the berries and twigs. If poisoned, victims experience a choking sensation. Handling the fresh twigs can cause rashes and eczema in sensitive individuals. Despite this, it is commonly grown as an ornamental plant in gardens for its attractive flowers. The fruit is poisonous, containing amongst other substances, the alkaloids theobromine and caffeine, as well as an extremely bitter terpene. Poisonings are more common in young children, who are enticed by the brightly colored fruits. Ingestion can result in liver and kidney damage and even death. There are many other species of Euonymus, many, if not all, of which are also poisonous. Euonymus europaeus, the spindle, European spindle, or common spindle, is a species of flowering plant in the family Celastraceae, native to much of Europe, where it inhabits the edges of forest, hedges, and gentle slopes, tending to thrive on nutrient-rich, chalky, and salt-poor soils. It is a deciduous shrub or small tree. Other names include Fussaria, Fusinum, Ainonbeam, Shemshad Razmai, Iran, while it may have given its name to the ancient Greek settlement of Euonymaia. An apple a day will keep the doctor away. Unless you eat the seeds. Like cherries and other fruits, they contain cyanogenic glycosides causing cyanide. Seeds from one apple will not